Reader today. You see my book, it's falling apart. This is from, gosh, I don't even know when I got this book. I want to say it was, let me see. I got this book from a friend in 2012, and they left me a note there too, right? They left me a note. They gave me the book and left me a note. Thank you for being the splendiferous or whatever, Tom. I appreciate you. So in this book, I can tell you, someone gave me this book as a gift, and I get more out of it. This is on my desk for the last 10 years, and I read it every single day. So the reading for today, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, take the high road and speak well of others, no matter what they say about you. But also what it was talking about in here is it was talking about a guy in the Northeast who would go and get blue crabs, and he would fill the bucket up with blue crabs. Well, the very first blue crab he put in the bucket, he had to put a lid on it. And the second blue crab, third, he never needed a lid. And so the gentleman says, well, why do you need a lid for just one blue crab and you don't need the lid for others? He says, well, one blue crab in a bucket by itself will climb out. If you have more than one blue crab, the blue crab will pull the other down that's trying to get out. So get rid of those blue crabs around you that are trying to pull you down with negativity. It was an awesome read. So I don't know, just wanted to share that. So I appreciate you guys today. And there's something that I love. I always, I'll give a lot of people calls and randomly, and I'm very spontaneous. So I spontaneously said, hey, Curtis, how you doing? I'm great. So my alternative motive is running. I'm reaching out to him because I'm looking for an opportunity, not only to talk to him, but also see if I can bring value to you guys by having him as a guest. So every time I speak to a lot of these individuals, I gain a lot more than what they can bring to us, I feel personally, and I appreciate that. So today I wanted to bring Curtis back to us. He's brought tremendous value to us in the past. He was going to be one of our speakers. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. His wife came down with COVID, and so he is a nationally known speaker. He's an author, and I can tell you guys right now, he brings amazing amount of value. Get your pen and paper ready to write notes. And the only way this stuff works is if you take action. I know Jay DeFalco's on the call. I'm not going to steal any thunder from him with Curtis. There's several others on the call that have earned a lot of business from Curtis's speeches and what he has to offer. And I just want to say, Curtis, thank you for the opportunity. I've supported Curtis. I tell people where to go. Since the day I met him, it's his attitude, his behavior is very infectious, and you're drawn to that. And I just want to say thank you for taking your time to be here today on our call to deliver value to our agents who are looking for the opportunity to deliver back on appreciation. So I'm just going to do a kind of an unplugged and just say, hey, thanks for being here. And it is a time of appreciation. So let's talk about appreciation.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I grew up, people, I had to write birthday cards, thank you cards after my birthdays and stuff like that. So I was raised with appreciation and gratitude. But really, when I'll share with you, when I got into business right out of college, I was actually started with a network marketing company when I was in college and helped pay for my bills my junior and senior year with that while I played baseball and a full-time student and everything. And my first job out of college, I worked for a company called Cintas Corporation, the uniform people. And I was selling really sexy products like toilet paper and air fresheners and soaps and knocking on every door, every store, and every floor. I share the backstory because I was kind of trained. I was trained from corporate to, they didn't say this, but it was like the feeling is I had to look at people as dollar signs and decimal points because I was only as good as my last sale. It wasn't really a relationship driven business. So I thought, and, I started over at zero every day, every week, every month, every year. It's similar to a lot of different professions. However, What all changed for me was when the number one sales rep was making twice as much money as me and working half the amount of hours. And I didn't think it was fair. I was like, well, I'm working harder, harder, harder. And then he took me out to lunch and he shared with me, and it was all around appreciation and gratitude. What he did was he looked at things differently. The guy that was driving down the street, servicing the accounts that he sold, he built a relationship with that guy, the service guy. And the reason why that was important was because he was eyes and ears for him out there in the marketplace. When he saw a sign that says under new management, or when he saw a sign that said coming soon, that was a tremendous lead. I wouldn't say it's a referral, it's a lead, right? So, but the first person in the door usually gets the business. So he had people all surrounded by him that liked him. Why? Because of how Sean showed up in his life. See, you get leads by what you do. You earn referrals by who you are and how you're showing up in people's lives. And the question is, do you want to work really hard and just grind it out every day? I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's great. And I truly believe that there's a portion of that that needs to be done in any business, especially because, when in liftoff, Tom, you probably even know exactly. I probably even heard it from you in one of your trainings. When an airplane is taking off, how much energy is exerted before it gets to cruising altitude? And so I feel like that is in business, is like we need an amazing amount of inertia to get off the ground. And it's not like once you get to cruising altitude, okay, I can take everything off. I'm good. I just sit back and not work anymore. It's just what you do and how you approach your time differently. And because you can pick and choose who you want to work with even more so, like because you're working by repeat and referral business, which is the highest and best return. So let's go back to Sean at Cintas. Why was he earning all these referrals? Well, because he was showing up in these people's lives differently than I was showing up. I barely even knew their name. He knew that they were married, they had 3 kids. He knew that they were training for a sprint triathlon. He knew more about who they were as people outside of what they did as a job. And when you get to know people a little bit, and see, I work with financial advisors, insurance agents, tons of top real estate agents as well. But like, you can get referrals. It's not necessarily the size of your database that's the most important. It's the quality of the relationships within your database that's the most important. Does that make sense? Because I give you an example. Like, you could have one influencer that you take care of, and they know that you're the go-to person. And they could open up the doors to infinite possibilities. Everybody that you meet has an invincible door behind them that only they can open. And how they're going to open it is if they like you and if they trust you. And so if you go back to saying like and trust, let's kind of reverse engineer that. How do I get people to like and trust me? How do I get people to think of me every time it comes to their real estate needs? Well, that's where keeping your antennas up and paying attention means a lot. So I'll give you an example here too. Like, let's say you're scrolling through Facebook and Instagram and you see somebody just has their first grandbaby. Grab that picture and put it on a greeting card, or do something outside the box that's different. Maybe go to Amazon and order a little gift and pay the extra $5 to have it wrapped in a nice little bag, type a little note in it, and have it drop shipped to their house. Do you think they'll ever forget that kind of stuff? It's just going above and beyond than liking, comment, or love and comment, and maybe a text message. Do the little things, and those little things consistently, and they add up, is making those deposits. And before you know it, you get phone calls. People come back, they refer. And so, I mean, that's, if I could say one thing, is just keep your antennas up and then actually follow through on that, and put together a system around appreciation gratitude. If you don't have a system, things fail. So what is your system around appreciation and gratitude? Well, okay, great. Yeah, I see something on Facebook and Instagram, I send them a card, or I reach out to them and say congratulations. And that kind of stuff obviously sparks opportunities. well, like what other things are you putting in place? And I give you, here's what, one thing that you can do. And one of the things that I do, one of my systems is, as I see Facebook and Instagram posts that are card worthy, what I do is I screenshot them and I email them to myself. And I don't open it until I time block appreciation marketing. So if you don't have appreciation marketing in your calendar for at least 20 to 30 minutes a week, what's going to happen is you're going to get addicted to it, and you're going to end up doubling that. You're going to say an hour a week or 2 times a week for 30 minutes or two, because this is one of the best things I could possibly do. Maybe I got 2 times a week for an hour each time. But if you don't have a plan for the time that you show up to your appointment with yourself, then something else is going to fill that gap, right? That's what you learn in your trainings and all this kind of stuff. So have a plan for showing up at that time. Okay, I'm going to call, Tom, what are some of the things that you do when you show up at that time? Because I know you're big on appreciation and gratitude. It's a daily habit for you, but to get somebody in more of a habit of a routine, maybe even weekly, what would you consider when they show up at that appointment with themselves?
I would say, being, first of all, honesty, integrity, and humility, being hungry, humble, and smart. When I'm making a gratitude call, it's not, hey, I'm grateful for you. It's, hey, how are you? And I go into what's important about them. You mentioned and you stated this, and it was really awesome. The quality of the relationship in the database, and do they like you and trust you? Work smarter, not harder. So a lot of times the open door opportunity becomes, so if I call Mark Hazen and say, hey, Mark, how you doing? I seen another sign on another property that you're doing the infrastructure for. So he's one of the largest in the state of Florida for doing infrastructure for big land projects. I can't tell you how many times we've sold properties for him, because the only realtor he knows is my wife and I. He knows a ton. As a matter of fact, his sister-in-law is one. Everything comes to us. We show gratitude, we show appreciation, sincerity, and we deliver great service. So when I'm making a call to someone of gratitude, it's not, hey, I'm grateful for you. It's, hey, I just want to be able to just check in with you. How are you doing? But I always make the call about them mostly. And what can I deliver to them that they're going to get out of that call versus me just making a call and asking for something,
So,
and that to me is gold. Our intention, my coach said to me on Wednesday, is your intention to grow your business in 2022 versus what you did in 2021? And I said, absolutely. He said, well, how are you going to do that? I said, he goes, you're going to find new people, or are you going to invest more in the people that you already have? Appreciation, gratitude is the key.
yeah, and that definitely doesn't have to be an or statement. That could be an and statement, right?
Yeah.
Invest and on top of that, find new people. And like there's a lot of opportunities throughout the year, and a lot of people talk about appreciation and gratitude, but until you start to like do it more often, it becomes more of a habit. And you can say, oh yeah, I'm grateful. Well, what is it that you do? And like that's why I created amcards.com. And one of the main reasons why I did was the fact that showing up in somebody's mailbox these days is a lot different than showing up in somebody's inbox or showing up in somebody's text message reel. I mean, I just yesterday alone, I don't know, I'm getting blown up with text messages now with just offers and promotions. And now we come into the holidays. I don't even know, like I signed up for these things, but they're taking up my time and I'm just trying to delete them, but they're coming in as fast as I'm deleting them. But, text message used to be that 95% of them were open and read within the first 5 minutes. And that's probably still true for the most part, but technology is changing fast. And I just think that bringing a little old school back into it definitely really helps. I'm the same way with you guys. Like I'm always prospecting. I'm always looking for new business. I'm always looking to add value and do different things as well. And there's a lot of big companies, like there's big car dealerships right now that we're prospecting and that we're working with. And there's some huge companies like Fortune 500 companies to work with, not just one sales rep, but work with 500 to 1,000. So I'm always looking for creative outside the box ways to be able to stay in touch, to be able to follow up once I got that connection as well. And one of the best things that I've done, and I know it's my product, but you can use my product. You can go to Walmart, you can go to Walgreens, you can use other services, other products. I'm just sharing with you drip campaigns, they work. And like, so right after a meeting, have a card go out, and then maybe 60 days later checking in. If you do business with that person and you want to make sure that there's a happy home anniversary card that automatically goes out, and maybe a birthday card that automatically goes out, we have that. Those type of touch points are nice, because while you're doing stuff daily and weekly, that kind of stuff can easily fall through the cracks of your past customers, the people that should mean the most to you, because you've already done business with you. They like you. Now it's just very, very important that they remember you. And most importantly, not only remember you, know that you care. And those are the top two reasons why somebody's not going to come back to do business with you again or refer you business. Because perceived indifference is a fancy way of saying that they don't think that you actually care. So I know you care, and you know that you care. However, if the perception is that you don't care, then guess what the reality is? Perception is reality. So doing the little things mean a lot. I mean, while you're grinding, while you're doing everything else, your daily stuff, spinning plates and stuff. And I'm not just talking about just your past clients. Take care of your vendors too. I mean, take care of the people that take care of you. Like, maybe you're the one paying them money, but you go above and beyond to show them support and show them love. Guess who, when you make that phone call, people jump over hoops to be able to take care of you when they might have a line waiting for them. One of my investors and one of my best friends, he sells private jets for a living. And he was telling me the story. He's like, Curtis, I have a daily habit of sending 6 cards before midnight of every single day. And he does that every single day. And he's done it now for about 1.5 years. And he just always thinks of somebody, like the guy that does the demo rides for the private jet, the guy that schedules the demo rides. He needed this one. He needed a demo ride, and he needed it fast. But he planted seeds ahead of time. He sent the guy a box of gourmet fudge brownies one time and a card, and said, I just really appreciate you for all that you do. And think it's a thankless job a lot of times. Like, people just assume you're doing it. But now, when he really needed that demo ride and there was nothing available, he made it happen. And he ended up selling a $13 million private jet as a result of it, because he was able to move mountains. But he wasn't able to do that. I would have never been able to do that if he was just average or just one of the other sales guys. He was different. He stood out. He was the top 1%. The top 1%, the real rock stars in any industry, they understand this kind of stuff, and it kind of radiates them. It's the person at the golf course that you think is never working, and because they're playing golf and they're out to restaurants, and they realize the real currency in life, and that is relationships.
That's so true. And we always look for the magic solution, right? Oh my gosh, there's a new tool out there. All I have to do is pay $5,000 a month, and I'll get 30 leads per month. Oh my gosh, Zillow, Open Door, all these companies, Redfin, True, whatever it is. There's so many of them out there that we sign up for, and we just got a new lead, but you pay 35% on it. So when you're looking to grow your business, why are we struggling so hard to go, where am I getting new business versus what am I going to do to earn business from the people I already have? How can I invest in them and be so much more minimal of a cost to invest in the people that we already have?
Mm-hmm.
Working smarter, not harder, gratitude and appreciation. There's a guy I know, and and you may be doing business with him. Gosh, he's the one that always talks about delivering on the promise. He has the promise. I can't think of his name, but he's in the mountains area somewhere. He has a database of like, I don't know, like 2,500 people, and he sells 500 homes a year just from his database, because he does customer appreciation. He stays in contact with them. He delivers on the promise. Mike Hicks, Hicks, Michael Hicks. So how does he sell 500 homes? And by the way, he sells 30% of all the homes in the MLS.
Wow.
How does that happen? He doesn't go to Zillow and Realtor.com and all these sites. He invests in his people. They become cheerleaders. They become family, friends. So why are we not doing that? So Curtis, I use your product. I don't think Jay DeFalco is on the call right now, but I want to leave that to you and just kind of tell us a little bit about the products that you have that can bring the value to these agents that's so minimal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said before, like, and then this, sharing all the stuff that I'm sharing with today, there's a lot of things that you can do for free. And you picking up the phone call and let somebody actually hear your voice. People don't do that anymore. I mean, Tom just gave me a call the other day when I was picking up an order. It was perfect timing. I just picked it up, got on the highway, and it was perfect timing to be able to have a nice chat. But years ago, I wrote this book called Appreciation Marketing: How to Achieve Greatness Through Gratitude. It was a national bestseller. And then years ago, years after I wrote this book, I created AM cards, and AM stands for Appreciation Marketing. And when I created it, I wanted to make a simple and easy platform for people to get in and out, and to be able to have a mechanism to be able to act on a thought that they have. Okay, I want to say thank you to this person. I want to do something different. And so I'll share my screen really quickly, and then that way you guys can actually see the product. So inside of our system, you can actually put your own signatures together, which is really nice. Really quickly, you can just grab your signature. You can even handwrite a letter now. So check this out. Tom, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this or not, but you can write on a letter now on a piece of computer paper, take a picture with your phone, upload it, and we convert it and lay it right.
That.
Yeah. So right here. So it's just kind of nice. I just wrote that letter and then it printed out. So we do have that ability. If you want to grab your iPad, you don't like your handwriting font, which a lot of people don't, then obviously our default font is really nice. But you can just go ahead and just create a signature really quickly. It's in the system instantly. Now, holidays are here. We have some stress-free holiday cards. I mean, it's pretty simple. For a couple of dollars a card, including the stamp, we make it really simple and easy. So you can upload your contacts right here. Just grab a CSV file, bring it on in. We have tons of different, holiday cards. Let's see, I grabbed this, like, say, Merry Christmas. Here is the front of the card. It's one of our many that we have. You want to add a picture, really simply, you can just go in here and grab a picture. So my family there. And then we can add a message, just insert first name. So if you want the first name in the inside, whatever's in the first name field will automatically be printed in there. Get the idea. Change the color. Just giving you a short little quick demo just to show you the simplicity of the interface. The back of the card, you can lay it out however you want. Go to Canva, or you can get rid of our logo that's on the back and do something like this. We do have gifts as well, like Amazon, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks. This is really nice. A real $2 bill. I like this because it's been known to bring prosperity and financial abundance. So when a $2 bill is gifted, it's to be carried by the recipient. And then you can just take that, put that in there. There's a couple of other gifts as well. There's my book. And then, of course, the gourmet fudge brownies, which are absolutely delicious. But here's what's cool. You just hit the save as and put Christmas. I'll put test. And there you go. There the template is saved. You just attach that to a list and it's in the mail. And the next day, or you can schedule it for the future. So there's also drip campaigns capability. So if you would like to have a card go out today, a card to go out a month from now, a card to go out 5 days before the birthday, 5 days before the home anniversary, we have that ability to do that as well. And I'll show you, because on our website, we have a, excuse me, on our website, we have a $295 program, which we do a done for you solution where we create the 5-card drip campaign. We do your branding for the back of the card. We upload it into the system and everything like that. And if you want more information on that, reach out to us and we can hold your hand and get everything all set up for you. Or if you've already purchased the $39 a month, you haven't used it that much, reach out to us. We'll give you a deal and we can build out like a post-sale drip campaign. But if you'd like to get started with our membership today, I'll show you how you can do it and very inexpensively, just $39 a month. And again, this is not on our website, so I'll give you a special link here. This gives you wholesale pricing on your cards, which are only $2 each at the current price. And that's including the stamp. We're going to bonus you and put 20 cards in your account every month. If you don't use them, they roll over for 12 months. So, you know, you heard Tiffany say she had some extra credits in her account. So the holidays are here. She can use them for the holidays. She can also use them to send out some gourmet fudge brownies. You can use the credits for that. There's no contracts, no commitments. So $39, we're going to put 20 cards in your account and you can test this out. It's amcards39.com. Just write down this link. I'm going to make sure that it's live throughout today. But if you want to just hop on and do amcards39.com, you can get set up and you'll see the credits in your account instantly. And then you can use it. And if you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to us and be happy to support you and help you. And the great part about this, for those of you guys who are in Florida and stuff, you know, our national headquarters is out of Lake Mary, Florida.
Hey, Curtis, so right now is, you know, we got Thanksgiving coming up next week. We have, you know, Christmas, New Year's, you know, we have quite a few holidays coming up. You know, a card goes a long way. People put it on their counter, people put it on the thing, wherever it may be. I'll tell you, when you give a card, just not for the holidays, but an actual meaningful card, whether it's a for sale by owner, whether it's an expired, whether it's someone that had a grandchild, whether it's whatever it may be. I took a snapshot of one of my competitors on vacation with their family and just said, this is a great memory. I wanted to take a snapshot and send it to you. They're now with us, right? It was just a little bit of a snapshot. Hey, enjoy your vacation. When they got home, they had the card and brownies. So share a testimonial. I don't think Jay is on the call right now. I don't think
I got lots of them. Yeah, let me just show you a couple quick ones.
Because Jay's actually with us, right? He's in our group.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share that quick story. I mean, basically, somebody posted in a community Facebook group that if anybody knew a realtor, could they potentially think about selling their homes. Well, their home, and people just blew up that news thread, and it was like, I know this person, I'm a realtor, my next door neighbor's a new realtor. There was like 50, 60 comments in there, I guess. He commented, of course, sent her a private message, no response, sent her a card. And then he actually sent her a follow-up card after that. It did land the appointment. And not only did he help her sell, I think it was a $700,000 or $800,000 home, but he helped her buy another home too. And then when he went on the listing appointment, he said, you're the only one that sent me a cute card. And he was like, wow, this stuff does work. You know, I thought that was really creative. It was fun. And he did it literally within a week after having AM cards. I have a guy here in Lake Mary. He actually, sold $1 million home, decided he wanted to farm the neighborhood because somebody came to the listing appointment that with cash, he wants to buy a house cash, but didn't want to buy that house. They built a relationship. He goes, okay, let me do some prospecting for you. So he said a just sold greeting card to 150 homes, but they're all high price point. They were all pretty luxury. So he spent a couple of dollars a card, spent $300. But there was a guy in the neighborhood that said, you know, what do you think my house is worth? Blah, blah, blah. They built a relationship. And he's like, okay, I want to sell my home, but I want to buy a home first before I list my home. So he bought a $1.3 million home in Winter Park and then sold their $1.7 million home in Lake Mary. And then the neighbor came down the street. They were blown away because he did a follow-up card saying that highest price point in the community ever. And if you're looking to sell, I still have a cash offer buyer. And guy down the street talked to the guy that sold the house, and he was bragging about the realtor. And yeah, he picked up another $1.75 million home just down the street. So that's over $4.7 million of real estate he sold in about 60 or 70 days. And it sparked off of a greeting card that was a little bit different. You know, it wasn't a postcard just thrown in their mailbox, people spray and pray. It was more targeted, which we kind of, AM cards is more like spear fishing. It's not like casting a big net, you know, it's like, you know, you're doing targeted appreciation and gratitude, and you're sending it. However, when you put yourself in that type of energy, I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. You're sending out positive vibes over here, and then all of a sudden something shows up over here unexpected. And I believe you earn that. Like, I believe that, and I truly believe that. I know that people think that that's all frou-frou stuff, but you put yourself into that energy, more good things happen, and it just starts. It's like a magnet, I believe. And so, yeah, I mean, I have another guy that sent out a card. I'll share my screen real quick and I'll just show you a couple cool, quick little things. He sent this card to his database. I'll sell you home quickly and for top dollar. I shit you not. It was his personality. 30 days, he had 7 contracts. People are taking pictures and posting on Instagram and Facebook saying, I got your card. This is hilarious. It started so many conversations. It started conversations, and that's what you want as agents, and what you want conversations. This is a home that I listed when I was a realtor back about 4 years ago, when I was just dabbling. I didn't realize really what true professionals do until you get into it. And so I have much more respect after I was actually an agent for a while. When I listed this home, $650,000 home, I listed it 10 days after it came on the market, or 10 days after I got my Florida state real estate license. Why? Because I went and knocked on this person's door, found out there was an absentee owner. I sent a card to the absentee owner, this card, put sold across. I know what it's going to take to sell your home. Let's have a conversation. And I did. I listed it. Pretty cool. 10 days after passing my Florida state exam, we have all kinds of cards in here, like for sale by owners, 14 safety tips every for sale by owner needs to read. Of course, happy home anniversary, you know, thanks a latte. Actually, there was yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you can do with this. And I got stories for days of way that people follow up and, you know, and earn business just because they're following up. I mean, following up is, you know, there's a statistic that you guys probably have heard in different various trainings and stuff, but it's always good to kind of be reminded, especially in a training like this, that NAR does studies every year. And one of the studies they do is they poll sellers, and they realize that 86% of the people that sold their home with a realtor were happy with their experience, 86%. And only 9% used the same realtor the next time they needed one. 9%. That's 91% of the time. And I understand sometimes they're going to move out of state, and then, you know, there's different situations that's kind of never going to get to 100%. However, the top 2 reasons why that doesn't happen is because they don't remember you, and they don't believe that you care. So show that you care. You're immediately going to be top of mind. Of course, they're going to remember you. And I just truly believe that AM cards is one of the most powerful tools in your back pocket that you can possibly have in your real estate career, for staying in touch, for following up, and for showing that you care, which leads to commission checks. It just does.
The brownies is golden. I'll tell you. You know, you send those brownies out with a card, just like a follow-up meeting. Thanks for your time. Hey, just thinking about you. Happy birthday. Anything like that there really goes a long way. And the key to this is showing, you know, who else is actually doing this. Honestly, if you want to grow your business in 2022, just from your database alone, what are you doing differently that no other agents are doing? I know an individual that writes 10 notes a day, 10 notes a day, religiously. It's amazing. And her business is huge. She has a huge business. So, and she does sticky notes, she does cards, she does all kinds of stuff, but 10 a day. What's the impact? You know, the last time we had Curtis, Jay DeFalco was, you know, I think he earned well over $25,000 this year just in commissions from signing up with AM cards for sale by owners. expireds, birthdays, whatever it may be. Grow your cheerleaders, and then make sure that you show appreciation and gratitude to those cheerleaders that are giving you business.
Yeah. And I mean, local businesses, like, follow-ups, like that kind of stuff, especially and have nice little branding on the back. When you have appreciation, you're not sending out to try to get business, you're sending out to show appreciation and gratitude. But as a result, it starts conversations. It just does. And, there's like so many stories. I know you're just talking about Jay, but like, all of those people that he does FISBOs and expireds that he's earning business with, I have a feeling that he's going to turn them in. He's turned those into friends, and he's going to stay in touch with them, and who knows who they know. And it just opens up a whole tremendous opportunity. So
Absolutely.
that's the cool thing about this. It's, when I was in Australia, I didn't know anybody, and I was in a network marketing business, and I personally recruited 248 people in 90 days.
What?
And yeah. And so, and how I did it was, what I did was when I met with people, and it was 75% about them. So the whole the 3/4 rule, 75% rule, I made it be about 75% about them. Then when they switched it to me, I had my short little pitch of, like, if you will, like who I am, what I'm about, what I do. And then I would say, would you be open? Do you mind if I share with you what I do, just in the event of anybody that may be interested? And they're like, yeah, of course, please show me. So it's human nature that people see it through their own lens and their own eyes. So I would show them the service, and then they would be asking buying questions, which is cool. So I enrolled a lot of people, but there's a lot of people I didn't. But just because I had that approach, they're like, I know somebody. And I say, this could be fun, and potentially it's fun and potentially very lucrative as well. And fun and lucrative is not usually in the same sentence. And I know you guys have a slogan, bringing fun back, right? Fun to real estate, making real estate fun again. And so when you say it's a lot of fun and it can potentially be very lucrative, fun and lucrative just seems like an oxymoron in the same sentence. And so I would use that, and then it opened up doors. Next thing you know, like, just because I made friends with everybody, and just because I sent cards, I found myself on, it was called like Sun, or it was Sunrise, I think it's called. It's our version of Good Morning America. They came and interviewed me. I was only there 2 months, and they bring the whole film crew into my place, and like they're setting the mess. And I was like, wow, this is crazy, because one connection led to another, I had to sit down with the person who hosted Oprah when she went to Australia. Well, I met her way before she hosted Oprah for Taco Tuesday or something like that at her house. And then I was invited, there was a 5-year waiting list to get on, like, it's kind of like an ESPN live edition for what they call footy over there, like Australian rules football. And just because through a connection who I made, they're like, oh, I got an extra ticket, come with me. And I posted like on Facebook that I was there, and they were like, I've been trying to go there for 5 years. I've never been able to get there. And like, it was fun. So many doors open when you're doing this stuff on a regular basis. But I share that with you because I didn't know anybody. How did I recruit 248 people? I had friends. I drank a lot of coffee, and it was really that one-to-one. Now, granted, the social media wasn't as big back then when I did that. But now I would have probably catapulted and did a whole different way. I would have made sure that I posted more and did some more creative things online.
That's fantastic. Now I'm going to open it up here to questions and just kind of general conversation. So what ahas have you gotten out of this? And what questions do you have for Curtis? We have still close to 50 people on the call, and I know there's a lot of curiosity in the brains out there. Please share ahas and questions.
Tom, I'll jump in if you don't mind.
Thank you. Because I know I was going to say Deep, but I left that out because I know
I was waiting too.
Deep's business is, him and I have talked many times about this, and he shared, I would say, I think he said 80 and 90% of his business is by referrals.
Yeah. Curtis, I have your cards. I do use them. I don't use them as often as I need to. I'm horrible at it. Like Tom just said, I'm really horrible at keeping up with my 80% of people who give me business. But I'm getting better at it. I love it. It's very easy. You can put your, stuff in there, logos in there, everything gets saved. And it's like, it's very user friendly. Only thing I would suggest, it's only for me. I'm not sure about everybody else. I'm horrible at writing. I can talk as good as I could. When it's coming to putting the words together, I'm like, you can, I don't even know how to say, I could be like a 2-year-old kid, can't put a proper sentence together. So I wish there were basic suggestions that was already there, like a template, thank you, appreciation of business, or holiday, something kind of, and then you can tweak your own wantness to it, because I do like the options that you guys provide.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you very much for that feedback. And actually, it's in our queue to have a drop down for all different occasions. So it just lays right inside the card. So I don't usually like talking about things that we don't have. However, we do have that in the queue. I would also recommend to, like, for instance, I get kind of lost for words of what to say when I'm writing a sympathy card. I never know what to say. And a lot of times I say that I just really don't know what to say. I just want to let you know that I'm thinking about you and I love you and I care about you and yeah, I'm here for you and kind of thing. And I feel like that's nice just coming from the heart, but I have Googled it before. Just Google what to say in a sympathy card. I've copy and paste some words before. So
Awesome. Thank you for that, Deep. Appreciate it. I made a request the other day too. I was like, we need pies.
yeah,
We need pies. Imagine sending a thank you card out with a pie, so they don't have to come to the office. But
I
the
know.
brownies are fantastic.
And I think that would be wonderful too. That would be a cool gift. Logistically, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you guys have been mailing stuff out lately or seen like the rates for some of the packages that have increased. Like, it's insane. I mean, I'll just give you an example. I bought 2,000 wooden boxes that say enjoy on them. Nice little metal latch in the front, put a couple of brownies and have a nice upgraded little gift thing. It's 1 pound, 3 ounces. If it was 15 ounces, I could send it to California for $6, but now it's $12 because it's over a pound. It's like, and I don't even want to add it to my site because I feel embarrassed for charging that much money. So I have 2,000 boxes sitting in my damn office. I don't know what to do with. So like, I'm probably going to post them online and see if I can sell them, but they're really nice boxes. They're really nice little gift boxes. They say enjoy on the top and everything like that. But I'm sharing that with you because logistically, I mean, there's so many things to think about when we're doing this stuff. But I see my little 4-year-old running up the stairs right now. So I'm going to go play with him. I'm going to run. But please keep me posted.
Well, Curtis, I appreciate that very much. We put your link in here. We appreciate you and thank you for sharing your time today. And thank you.
Thank you, Blake. You want to come say hi to everybody? Blake, come here. Blake, come here. Blake, come say hi. Okay, I guess he's too he's playing.
Yeah,
all right. So I'll
all right. See you, my friend.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Curtis is someone that I have such a great respect for, and him and I speak quite often. And I've actually helped him get in alignment with a lot of big companies, and he's helped me get in front of a lot of people that I've been wanting to get in front of forever. So kind of that reciprocation has always been wonderful. So I know that he brings tremendous value. I know his product brings tremendous value. And if you're not using something like that, find something, because it's a small price to pay. And this isn't an infomercial. This is just a small price to pay for the opportunity that comes back to you. Because we're always looking for that golden nugget to go out there. We want to grow our business in 2022. So we're looking for ways to do that. Why not invest in the people that we already have in our database and, a card? Brownies. Yeah, I love brownies, guys. I'll eat brownies all day long. Just just make sure they come. When they come, I can't let my daughter see them because she'll throw them out on me because has to be gluten free. And she's like, if I can't eat those brownies, neither can you. So send them to my office. Anyway, ahas for the call. I mean, I got several ahas. He did say have a system. One of the biggest ahas that I got, and I wrote this down, and it was really, really cool, was put in your calendar time for appreciation marketing to write your cards and your thank yous to your database, your past clients, other realtors. That was my biggest aha of the call. So for me, wanted to share that with you guys. All right, it's open. Let's go. Interact. Anyone?
I'll say thank you, Tom, for bringing Curtis on because it was the fire I needed to go ahead and hop in there, not just for my past clients, which is what I've been using it for, is my sphere and clients and stuff, but I'm taking a stab at some expireds and FISBOs as well. I just Googled Thanksgiving puns so I could throw one in there. Shut up, Deep. Deep's over here laughing. Okay. And the one I found was let's give them pumpkin to talk about. So I threw that in. I said, let's give them pumpkin to talk about when we sell your home. Give me a call after you had your fill of turkey. And I'm getting them sent out. So let's do this, guys. We can do it. It's so easy.
Yes.
I can do it. You guys can do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone else? I see people wanting to say something, but they're just not.
Hey, Tom, I'll say something.
Hey, it's Krista. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
So, I haven't used AM cards and I will look into it, but I used to do the Buffini method. That's how I started in real estate 18 years ago. And within 6 months of me doing that, which he's all about the Popeyes and the cards, my business took off. So I've always had that in as part of my business plan. This is just a little bit more strategic, using AM cards. So definitely something good to do. I also started doing customer appreciation parties. So I had one last week at my house. I had 25 people come, past clients, and I have probably $2 million in referrals from that one event. And it cost me about $1,300 to throw the event because I ordered a chef with a paella and the wine and all that. But I feel like that's a pretty good return on my investment.
That is unbelievable. In the 7 levels of communication, Michael Mayer talks about client events. And just and that was probably the best $1,300 you ever wanted to spend, right?
Right, absolutely.
One of the things I would think about is when you are doing another appreciation event, client appreciation event, or something like that. Get your lender that you work with on everything, and get your title company that you do all your business with, and say, here's what we're doing. I'd love for you to show up and participate and also be one of the sponsors for this event, because all that business that you gained, the title company and lenders are going to benefit from it.
Right. Yeah. I thought about it too late, but I did think that I should have done that. But yeah, I do that. And then so that you guys know, for Valentine's Day, I used to do cupcakes. So that was my Popeye. I'm now in Florida. I haven't found a place that I like that does that, but everybody loved that. So that was another touch. So it definitely works, and it keeps you top of mind.
For Christmas, I used to, there was a lady that she would bake out of her home. I don't know how she did this, but she would make the best rum cakes you'd ever want to have. I mean, it was amazing. And she would do them like in the small rum cakes, and she'd wrap them and everything else. And I used to do Popeyes for for right around Christmas and hand out the rum cakes. After about 3 years, the customers would be calling me and go, "What day will you be coming by with the rum cakes?"
Right.
So finding a little baker or something is awesome. Even maybe even going to one of the culinary schools, Krista, and just saying, hey, you know, every year I'd like to have these, and maybe your team could do them, and I can pay you, and it's for the schooling credits and stuff anyway.
Right. Right. All right. Thank you for everything.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else have anything they want to share? A Popeyes appreciation. This is the time of year that we need to show gratitude, appreciation. Not all of us have the opportunity to put a meal on our table or gifts under the tree. So it's definitely a time for gratitude and appreciation. Let's see how long we can go silent.